Yo, yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. What's up, Sid? Jeremiah? All right, let's see. All right, yeah, SOLY. Let's look at SOLY. You could also look at PTI. PTI is running crazy here, but SOLY getting a big volume spike. I ended up the day. I closed out the day up about 1.4 thousand yesterday. About 1.4 thousand is what I ended the day. Better, but honestly, one thing I've noticed, guys, is that the leaders in the competition are not up that much. They're only up like the 10th place spot in the competition is only up like 4,000 in this competition. And so there's still plenty of time left, honestly. I looked at the stats yesterday. In the competition, the 10th place spot is up like a few thousand. What's up, 2A? Hey, appreciate the news drop, 2A. What's up, man? So here's the morning squawk. U.S. stock futures reporting to a higher Wall Street open. A day after fears about tech company investigations pushed the Nasdaq into 10% territory. Both the S&P and the Nasdaq have fallen in eight of the past 11 sessions. However, a late Monday comeback helped push the Dow into positive territory at the close as it seeks to avoid its first 7-week losing streak in 18 years. Man, will it break the losing streak? Let's look at the SPY here. So we got a little bit of a gap up on the SPY. Roughly break-even day yesterday. But yeah, SOLY is definitely what I'm going to watch today. Soliton announces significant discovery of acoustic subcision for treatment of cellulite, flow to 5.06 million for Soli. Interesting. We'll see where that one heads. We also have CTRM. CTRM, really nice gap up here, really strong, up up a little bit less than 100%. Looks like it's about 95%, maybe 97% or so. But Castor Maritime Incorporated reported financial results for the 6 months ended in March 31st, 2019. A float of 810K and 66% of that is insider owned. And so what I take from this for CTRM is that the float is tiny. If it's less than a million, that's a ridiculously small float here. And if most of that is owned by insiders in the company, the public float's even smaller than that. And so, this one can really move CTRM. Definitely one to consider and keep an eye on, CTRM. We also have ATIS here. ATIS gapping up from 250s to 319s, and that stands for Addis Industries acquired corn ethanol plant expected to generate approximately 115 mil in revenue. Another small float here, 2.5 or 2.15 million, so still a very small float for ATIS. We can keep an eye on that one as well. And then the other one I was looking at, which is PTI. And now PTI looks like it actually has a little bit larger of a float. The way you can kind of tell this is if you look at the level 2, you can see how big the orders are here. And if you look at a small float like Soli, you can see small orders in the level 2. If you look at a PTI, you can look here 59, 20. And so the orders are just much bigger on the level 2. So typically that means the float is larger. Market cap and the float is larger. Let's see. Float of 34 million. It's not actually that big. It's not huge. It's larger than some of these other low floaters, but it's not that bad, honestly. And for PTI, Proteostasis Therapeutics received an orphan drug designation in the EU for PTI 428 for the treatment of cystic fibrosis. Float of 34 million, like I said. So, medium float. We also have OESX on 2A's list. The champ is here, 2A. Everybody gives 2A a shout out. OESX, energy efficient LED lighting provider Orion, reported fourth quarter revenue rose 49% to 22.4 million and announced the fiscal year 2020 revenue goal of 135 to 145 million, float of 23 million. So small to medium float for that one as well. In the mid to high cap land, we also have AMD gapping up. Looks good. Some volume. NVIDIA with that. Looks good. Some volume. We have QQQ. which is up some. We have SQ, Cron. So a lot of stuff looks like it's following the overall market today. And again, since the SPY, as you can see, is up in pre-market, a lot of these other mid caps especially are following it. Like I said, AMD, NVIDIA, IOVA, SQ, some of the cannabis plays as well. LGCY. Yeah, LGCY looks good. It's a penny stock, and so, but if you like these penny plays, I mean, this is one that I would, if I was trading penny stocks, I would definitely be watching LGCY. Just a lot of volume, a big range relative to its price, and yeah, it looks good. Let's see, maybe about a pre-market high break. That 75-cent area is also interesting to me. So this 75-cent area right here, let me draw it out. The 75-cent level right here is really interesting for LGCY. I think people really don't understand, but quarter dollars are significant levels as well. You know, like 75, 25, mostly because they're psychological points, but they hold sway as well. And especially when a stock isn't even $1 and it's, you know, it's not even $1 in price, those levels are going to hold even more weight over the market and over you know, the stock itself. So I'd watch 75 and $1 in this one, see what happens, as well as this previous day's high right here at 83.5. All right. So let's see what else we got on my list today. I don't think we got anything else that's really crazy here, but a lot of penny stocks are moving. That should be good for the penny cap world. MRTX, big range. I might watch that one if it's tradable. Let's see what else we get. BYND's been a favorite of mine lately. Been faking people out left and right, but it's been a favorite. DRYS, dry ships. Incorporated, it's gapping up some, no volume, but it's moving a little bit. We got ZYNE on my list here. ZYNE's gapping up some. We got Fiat Chrysler, FCAU, gapping up some. We got BT. If I ever had a stock name for beginner trading, it would be BT. We got NIO, small range but moving nevertheless. ING, LE, MT. So we got some movement here. All right, guys. Let me know what your main watch is. I think I put my watch list in the chat already, but let me know what your main watch is today. I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on Soli because it's a low float runner that is actually tradable. And so I'm definitely watching Soli, SOLY. Yeah, we'll see what we get. All right, so we should have mention here. Yo, what's up, man? But yeah, the SPY is up some today, guys. The SPY is up, believe it or not. Crazy, I know, but the SPY is up some. I like how you put that, Sid. Expensive, but it was an academic watch. Yeah, you learn stuff from watching Soli in the parabolic mover world. And with Soli, I think today I might try to debut our parabolic mover class. I think that'll be fun. Our parabolic mover class. We have one on parabolic movers in hot sectors, and so that'll be a good one, I think. What's up, man? We got Mitch here. Hey, bro, just in time, man. Can you hold it down for me?
Yeah, I got you, dude.
All right. We got Mitch here, guys.
All right. How we doing today, guys? Just a couple that I'm looking at that you guys don't normally see me trade. I got a Veri, Beri. Put it up in the chat. Got a little bit more expensive price. CY. Also, I'm gonna be bringing up CMG, Chipotle. Chipotle getting hit hard um, with questions of Mexican tariffs. Mexican tariffs killing Chipotle, man. So we're gonna have to definitely take care of that. Keep an eye on that one. Um, that one's in huge price range, so you got to understand the price range if you're going to trade that, and understand the risk. We're talking about a stock that's in 600s, so you got to understand the range in the stock so you can trade it. But it did get hit hard, did break a big time support at 656.40 or 50. And now we're going to see what's going to happen with this. A lot of it has to do with the tariffs that Trump is trying to impose on Mexico for not taking care of their border. So, does anybody see any other stock out there? I'm trying to really work this account and get back into the game. You know, one of the great things that I think TradeNet has given me the ability is that really give me the ability to continue trading. Um, I have the student package. The intro package, is a little more difficult to keep going. I've done it. It's got to keep small size, and you can stay in the game, keep trading. I think a lot of trading has to do with having an ability to trade live money consistently so that you can get over the hurdles and the learning curve to become a master trader. Let's catch up with the chat. Let's see what people are saying this morning. All right. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Abdul. Good morning, Shirley. Good morning, Scott. Sid, two-way in the house, dropping some news. All right. PTI. Oh, there you go. It's one of the known favorites. Take a look at it, see if it's gapping up. Yeah. Not a bad little gap up. See the chart. Okay. Coming up to that resistance there at 147. Okay, we'll keep this one on watch. PTI, known former runner. Whenever we got a known former runner, we definitely want to keep an eye on it just in case he wants to keep on running. LGCY. LGCY. It's not a bad one. I've seen that one before. LGCY. All right, penny stock might be a little what we call a $1 magnet. This could be one to watch, guys. Penny stock, LGCY, has enough volume. Um, we wanted to see it hold 45s again, has that two up mentality. Let it come back down, try 46 and hold that, then come back around through the 50s. Should give you that nice breakout. Um,
All right.
Base on this stock is 36 cents. That's the bottom support. So you definitely can keep an eye on that one. LGCY.
Yeah, that one looks good. That one's interesting for sure.
Yeah. Even though it's a penny stock, definitely interesting. Sometimes they have what we call the dollar magnet. The one that I'm watching that's going to be interesting, John, is Chipotle. It's in a crazy price range, but if you can understand how to trade it. I think there's definitely some potential to make some good profits in there. They got hit hard with those Trump tariffs. They're thinking about increasing burritos 5 cents.
See, I'm not that
Another,
bad in the competition. I'm only down like 1.5k in the competition, so like I still got some room. And I was telling people about it, Mitch. In the competition, the leader of the competition is only up like 25,000. Like that's
yeah,
it. And so
yeah.
it's still you could still win this thing, really. Like I didn't
I
realize.
mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah, man. It's still possible, you know.
The real key is, I think, what I've noticed. Okay, that one person got up there with one trade. It wasn't. It wasn't multiple trades.
Yep.
One trade.
And they couldn't maintain.
Exactly. They couldn't maintain that lead. So what I recommend is like I recommended yesterday. You got to find that right setup,
Just
the
take the
right
shot.
reroute fade, um, or the right reroute bounce, whatever it may be, whatever your strategy may be. I think you have to limit your trades and just go harder on each one.
Right.
So it's not necessarily about taking 10, 20 trades a day. It's about taking 5 big trades with big size and the right way. Trade the right way, and then you'll get the right profit.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for today. I'm gonna wait for that beautiful VWAP fade, and then I'm gonna attack it. I yesterday I
As
did get
hard as you can. That's how you can do it.
right. I mean, I did get comfortable yesterday with like my max sizing yesterday was 12,000 shares, and so like I got a little bit more comfortable with the larger sizing, and so I kind of know what kind of sizing I want to take. It's gonna be like it's gonna minimum 5,000, probably up to like 10, depending on the range and the price of the
Yeah.
stock.
So what I recommend is, like I said yesterday, the best way is going to be take a chunk, 3, 4,000 shares, get a position going in your direction, be early to the position,
Right.
the early entry. That's going to give you an ability to go down, usually uh, right down to your profit target area, your first profit target. And then you can take off half or even 3/4 of the position. This is going to give you an ability to get some money into realize, get some bank. You'll probably have, $300, $400 realized. And then when the stock bounces back to your direction, that's, I think, the point where you can take the home run swing,
Right.
because you know the direction is kind of leading towards your trade. Now you've gotten some in, you've seen the direction go your way, you've seen momentum kind of shift in your direction,
Yep.
and then you can take as big of a swing as you want, because that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that momentum to be on our side, and then we can go for that home run swing.
Right. For sure.
But you did great yesterday, man. Congrats.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, man. It's just I don't know if we can keep it up, but we'll give it a shot.
Hey, I think we've both been doing pretty decent.
Yeah,
You've
man.
been going a little bit all over the place, but hey, that's what you do
I gotta
when
do it.
that much sizing
Right,
and that
man.
much pressure to create results.
Right, for sure. BLIN, yeah, BLIN looks good, man. Let's look up some news here, shall we? We've already looked up some of the low float news, so let's look up some high cap news. And this isn't a high cap stock by any means, but we can still look it up. So so BLIN reported a partnership with a global manufacturer for design, development, and implementation of the new B2C e-commerce solution. The initial investment for the partnership is $500,000 for BLIN, and so that's the catalyst, a new partnership for it. And so we'll see where that one goes. We also have what's some other ones that you guys might want me to look at. I know I read the SPY news already, the market news, and Soli as well. I think I read PTI too. So I think I've gotten most of the movers today. SPWR, it's been a while since I've seen that one. Traded that one a lot in the past. See what else we get here. Zine, ZYNE. Looks alright. I might keep an eye on Zine. PRPO. I've traded that one in the past as well. LK's been moving a lot. Might watch LK too. TIGR is tradable. At least it was earlier. So I might look at TIGR. Yeah, TIGR is tradable for us, so I might keep an eye on that one too. So yeah, I gotta watch AMD. Gotta watch SOLY, probably my two main watches. I'm gonna look at AMD. Like I said, I'm also gonna keep an eye on IOVA, SQ, Roku, overall market, cannabis plays too. So we got some options for sure.
All right, one that I'm going to be watching for a long play, but also could break down and become a short play, is MAXR. This is a stock that got NASA contracts about a week ago and has made 2 runs up there to $9. I'm coming back to the support here of $6.50, and we're going to go ahead and see if this wants to go ahead and break out.
Yeah, man, that one looks good too.
Either could break down
bounce
through that support or get back above and start making that move back up.
Yeah, for sure. So with CTRM, somebody asked about this one. That's Castor Maritime Incorporated. They basically reported financial results for the 6 months ending in March 31st. Very tiny float for CTRM. I know I talked about this one a little bit earlier, but the float is only 810K, and 66% of that is insider owned. And so ridiculously small float for CTRM. I really doubt it's tradable for me, but yeah, definitely want to watch. You know, some of these parabolic moves are going crazy today, so definitely worth a watch, I think. Yeah, man, cannabis sector has been getting hit hard, man. CGC's been getting hit. Cron, CRON, has been getting hit. Cron's really what I had that $1,400 gain yesterday. And again, guys, like I said, this is my favorite thing in the world. This is a strategy and kind of pattern that I've been gravitating to lately. And like you can see here, and this is a great example of it, because you can see on CRON, I've drawn out this range here between that previous low of the day up here and the next low of the day. So this range right here is what I've been attacking pretty hard with shorts. And so you can see this range right here. I'll short it at the top and then cover it at the bottom. And that's what I did all day yesterday. I just jumped in with 5,000 shares, shorted at the top, covered at the bottom. When it bounced back, I added some sizing back, cover some more at the bottom. When it bounced back, I would add sizing back. And so it just stayed in that range all day. And it was just kind of like an ATM. I would just keep doing it over and over and over again. And it worked out for sure. And so that's kind of the goal here, is to find some more stocks that do this. Like I said, I've kind of gravitated towards trading it like this, and it's been working really, really well in the market. Biggest thing is that I have to avoid these low volume days, but if I can avoid low volume days, it should be fine. But yeah, this range, these ranges are what I've really been attacking. And you can see a VWAP fade here on Cron. You can see the VWAP fade going on there, but I would add on any subsequent pops and then cover at the bottom of the range, and it worked out well. So if we can find stocks that'll stay in that range, then I can definitely attack them. And that's kind of another thing I've been looking for, is just trying to find stocks that can maintain in that range, that can maintain in that range in between. Usually a lot of times it's like this. It's like the previous low of the day. You can see it right around here. And then the next low of the day is that range. So major support and resistance at the top and bottom. All right, we got PRPO popping up some here. Yeah, look at PRPO go here. Let's look up the news on this one. I wonder what's going on with it. But really nice pop there for PRPO. Let's go ahead and look that one up. Yeah, big spike. It's up to 558 now for PRPO. All right, so it sounds like PRPO signed an exclusive manufacturing agreement for IV cell. Um, yeah, it says quote. They announced that they had entered into an exclusive subcontracting manufacturing agreement with diagnostics manufacturing company Novamed for the production of Precipio's proprietary IV cell media for an initial term of 3 years. So basically, a manufacturing deal, a new deal with PRPO. Is why it's up to like I said, roughly 560 or so. We'll see where that one goes. Went right up to that resistance level too. But yeah, we still kind of have a chance at winning this competition. I mean, like I said, the leader. I thought the leader would be up, 100,000 by now, but the leader is only up like 25,000. So that's definitely manageable. The hardest part of this competition is the $3,500 daily loss. That 3,500 daily loss is the biggest, is the hardest part, is the biggest hurdle to get over. Because if it wasn't, you could essentially just take your swing. You have 12K to do it with. That's plenty. But 3.5K is much, much harder. So you just got to be disciplined and not, take too big of sizing in this, even though you have the buying power to. I'm not in anything right now, Netron. All right. Robert, refresh the screen, man. That's not me. That's you. Everybody's different, but if it's not focused for you, just refresh the screen, is what you need to do. All right, guys. So SOLY, definitely a main watch. I don't think PRPO is going to be tradable for me, but SOLY looks good. PRPO looks good too. A lot of small cap runners today. I hate it. My coffee's now cold. I didn't even drink it. I put too much milk in it. All right, guys. So let's do this. All right. So after today, so we have until Friday. Monday is the last day of the competition, right? I'll have to look it up when the competition ends. Let me know, guys, if you know. I think it's Monday. I think Monday's the day the competition's over. So we still got, four trading days left, including today. All right, guys. So we got about 14 minutes left in the market. We got PRPO here sitting at the VWAP. That's interesting. Yeah, daily. Yeah, we do this live every weekday. So Mitch and I trade live every weekday. I'm here every weekday, and Mitch is here at least 3 days out of the week. So, yeah, basically every weekday we do it live. And once the open happens, we'll actually stream. We're actually going to trade live, so we'll actually do it live. That's what I don't want to be just another person that hides my account. I just try to be honest with people about everything, and I just let people watch, win or lose. I let people watch my trading, and so we'll trade live too once the bell rings. Yeah, so Netron's asking me what's my ranking in the challenge, and like I said, I'm down about 1.5k, but I'm guessing it's pretty low, but I'm still in the competition, and so that's doing better than probably most people. I think I saw the list yesterday. Almost 1,000 people are eliminated from the competition already, and so I'm still in it at the very least. We'll see how it goes, but I gotta push it the last 4 days for sure. Daily. The etiquette is no religion, no politics. No religion, no politics, no controversial words. You know what I mean? Aside from that, you're good. You know, just no religion, no politics, no controversial phrases or words. PRPO is starting to lose their volume though. We'll see what. Yeah, it just basically. I mean, I don't care if you swear. I'm just saying, just you know. All right, guys. So we got about 10 minutes left. About 10 minutes. No, I'm doing the TradeNet challenge, which is they give you a 240k count, and you have to make as much as you can within that. I mean, I'm not really. All right, guys. So we got 20 minutes left, or we got 10 minutes left. A little bit under 10 minutes. I don't know, Sid. You'd have to ask them, man. I have no idea about that. Yeah, that's you'd have to ask them about that. I'm not sure. FSI looks okay. I mean, it's just it looks extended on the downside. If that's what you mean by looks good. Um, BLIN still looking pretty good here as well. So we got some options today for sure. All right, guys. So yeah, we got 8 minutes. 8 minutes. Let's do it, guys. Have I thought about currency futures? No. I mean, here's the problem with currencies is that first of all, I know nothing about it, and I could learn, but it's open all day, and so with that said, I don't know if I have the time to just trade nonstop currencies. This isn't necessarily my watch list. These are just scanners, and I'm about to get actual like I'm gonna put my platform up and put different scanners here. Is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm just gonna get this up and then put my actual platform up here. There we go. Yeah, it's mostly I'm mostly sticking to mid and high cap stocks, Christopher. That's usually what I trade. That's kind of my niche and style of trading is mid to high cap stocks. Penny stocks, I know penny stocks are what's advertised, and there's a lot of penny stock options, and strategies to use. But with regard to my style of trading, I just tend to like mid to high cap stocks a little bit better. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I hate them. I can't trade them. I actually like them, and I'm gonna start trading. I'm gonna open up a U stock trade account, um, in a week or two, and start trading some penny stocks. Mostly, the strategy I'm most likely going to stick with is the red to green move. I think the red to green move is one of the most high accuracy setups with regard to penny stocks. I think the red to green move is that's the strategy to attack, and I think it needs to be more of a scalping style. Kind of taking inspiration from two-way. I think that's kind of what you need to do with penny stocks is that you need to scalp them. I think too many people try to like hold penny stocks and hold them for 30 minutes or an hour, and I think that's the wrong move. I think with penny stocks, it's almost solely needs to be scalping strategies and obviously momentum strategies. And the red to green move is one of the bigger momentum strategies. For sure. And there's a few other ones like 1 minute pullbacks and stuff like that, but that's kind of how I feel. So we got 4 minutes, guys. 4 minutes. Let's do this. Yeah, let me know what your main watch is today, guys. We're gonna be going for it. Like I said, I've kind of worked my way up to like 5 to 10,000 shares, gotten comfortable with it. My goal for today is to wait for the best strategy and then really attack that strategy. That's my goal for the day. I need to really wait for the best strategy that presents itself and then really attack that. If I get too impatient and start jumping on strategies that don't fit what I'm looking for, then that's gonna kind of backfire. And so I just have to wait for the right setups and then attack those with 5 to 10,000 shares is what I'm probably going to do. But we'll see. I got to take my swing at this to try to win that. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, we got less than 3 minutes. All right, guys. Like I said, let me know what your main watch is. All right. right, guys. We got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. My boy said Facebook. Yeah, the big caps have been moving, mainly because of the overall market and the uncertainty. Too much tariffs with China, too much uncertainty with Mexico. No one knows what's going on in Brexit. And in the end, nothing but uncertainty out there in the market right now. Every country.
Yeah, man. Hey, I went
I
to
think
a.
I was watching the heat map, and the only thing green yesterday in the whole world was Brazil.
Yeah, man. Honestly, I went to my psychiatrist yesterday, and even he was like, and he knows what I do, and he was like, "What's going on with the market?" And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
There's something. There's something up. There's
Yeah,
something in the air.
yeah. It's just been
Think
getting
about,
hit.
just think about it. I mean, when you look from September to May, when you look from September to May, the amount of range that we've had in the SPY and volatility is definitely increased. I mean,
Right.
for like a year or two, we were doing these little moves. There would never be these bigger than 1% moves. And now we look at the SPY and we just see big blocks
Yep.
weekly, big blocks.
All right, guys. Here's the bell. Let's do this. All right, we got SOLY dropping some here. We have AMD pushing up. Let's try the moving average crossover. I am down to give that a try here for AMD.
On the plus side,
It depends. Depends on which way the crossover happens.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's volatile when it's up. I guess I'm probably more inclined to see a downward move, but the at this point the short term is over the long term, so it signifies if they cross over again, it's going to signify a bullish or upward move. Which is probably about to be right now. We could joke around with 500 shares. Wait, I didn't get filled. Whoa, what happened? I'm glad I didn't get filled. Alright, I'm in with 500 shares for this downward crossover on AMD. Just a little, scalping strategy with small share size.
Yeah, got a little share starter in Maxar. Seeing some strength in the cannabis sectors. There we go, looking good. Maxar just shooting up there.
Should have taken a little bit larger sizing, 500 shares. I should have known. And I'm okay with adding in some subsequent pops on AMD here. Just depends. It looks weak. Solely getting hit too.
Yeah, slowly getting hit. We'll be watching for that one to come back to be wet. Didn't come back on the second candle. Look around 936. Reversal on IOVA.
And I got out of AMD $75 gain. I'm just gonna add back if it bounces back, but just not the sizing I
Strength
wanted.
in cannabis. Strength in cannabis, man. And maybe look at CGC. You want bounce.
VWAP's too low for that one. It's too close to the low of the day, for me at least. I'm looking at Soli though. Soli might be a
That's
little
good
fade.
support there. If you look, the actual pre-market support's not down to 38.60s. Broke out. Held
My
resistance.
VWAP's my VWAP's at 57, so it's just even if the support's there, it's just too close to the low of the day. I think, at least for me, it's just kind of how I trade it.
Yeah, I mean, if you consider that first candle the low of the day,
All right, we got to bounce back. I'm gonna look at AMD here. If we can get a move back to the VWAP, Soli's moving back there too, but if we can get a move back to the VWAP, I'll keep shorting AMD on the way down. But we need it to pop up a little bit more. I could slowly jump in. Just really thinking about it there. We got IOVA kind of setting up for a bounce too. Or no, for a fade too. I jumped in with 1,500 shares of AMD, but I'm going to consider adding back to it here. It got a little bit higher than I really wanted to, but I'm still taking a decent swing with this one, so that's what the goal is. See if I can get a little bit better average here. There we go. And with 2,500 now, it's right at the VWAP.
there you go.
So my average is 31.
So back to the VWAP. We faded. And you get to see that in the second candle. We started the fade.
All right, so we're getting a squeeze up here for AMD. I'm going to give it that chance here, though. Let's see if that rejection holds. 36, a little bit better. There's 35s. Is my full sizing 2,500? I can slowly scale out. I like this flush. Still got to take bigger sizing than this, but getting better at the large sizing. I'll slowly add back to this one if it gets up there. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about on CGC. That thing just flushed under 43. There's 28s. Looking a lot better.
Yeah, the other ones held really well. With CGC, just it's not really my price range. I like more the APHA, ACB, Cron. I feel like they make more readable moves.
All right, so I took
there.
I took 1,000. Oh crap! I forgot to record again. I took 1,000 off of AMD here. Gonna take some more off. Just got 1,000 shares left. Alright, so I got out roughly $400 gain on AMD. Really like the breakdown. Still got to take a little bit larger positions here though, but really like the trade. Definitely worked out. Still got to take bigger sizing though, but nice little cushion on the day now.
Job.
Thanks, brother.
We missed the big boys, the big boy VWAP fades, Soli and IOVA. IOVA was a little more difficult. The spread wasn't really supporting the VWAP fade.
Yeah, I think the volume's just so low in both of those, and the spread's going to be tough.
I think Soli wasn't the worst, but
I'm looking at
the distance was 20 cents off 60-cent line.
Right.
It was a 4-to-1.
For sure.
Square broke down at the open. Might come back to VWAP.
Now I'm just wondering if I got out of AMD too soon. Like I said yesterday, in order to make those gains, I got in with like 500 or like 5,000 to 10,000 shares. So I took a 2,500 share position with AMD, but it wasn't large enough. That's the only thing. Nice little cushion, but I should have taken. That was a beautiful fade, perfect setup. And I just didn't get in with quite big enough sizing there.
Oh, one that went down today, really big, at least at the open. Okay. I didn't see the VWAP. I gotta load my study on it. And maybe LK if it comes back to VWAP.
I'm looking at a SQ here. Yeah, there goes the flush in AMD. Maybe sold a little bit too early, but I got a really nice gain from it. But that thing is just getting hammered.
IOVA went straight to the ground.
Yeah, man. I see that one too.
It was just really hard. I was looking at it, and the spread was 816 by 829. I was just like, holy moly. I don't think I could take this one. It's too much.
Yeah, man.
You're putting yourself in way too big of a pressure at the worst part of a trade, which is the beginning part of the trade.
CGC is getting hammered relative to like Cron and you know, a lot of these other ones, man. Look at AMD go, man. That hurts.
Just a reverse down.
Well, no, I got out of it too early. I got out of it at like 10. It dropped about another 18 cents or so. Should have held on to a little bit. CGC looks good. I'm gonna take CGC here. Maybe a little bit more risky, but I gotta take some bigger sizing here, guys. I kind of have to. Let's just try to see what we get here. If I can get the spread to even out, though, the spread's just not favorable. I need to get in at around the $0.50 to make it better. There we go. All right, so I'm in with 2,000 shares for CGC. It's 49, it's looking better. See if it holds under the $0.50 is the big thing and gets rejected here. I also need that spread to even out a little bit, but there's 42s. 40s. I don't mind slowly scaling back into this one too, adding some bigger size to it. There's 50s again.
PHA.
Let's look for the $0.50 to hold. I'm going to give this one a pretty tight leash though. Because if this one starts to squeeze up, it can get squeezed up big. All right, I got out of that one.
PHA.
I got squeezed out of CGC. Probably was a little bit risky shorting. Look at AMAT here. Shorting the cannabis sector.
Yeah, too much strength. I saw it at the open.
I
I
got out
told
right in time though. Look at that squeeze.
I told you. That's why I don't like her. Look at APHA, ACB, Cron, all relatively easy bullish patterns. That's why I'm in APHA. Couldn't get a good price for ACB. Couldn't get a good price for Crown, but got a good price in for APHA.
All right, so I'm in AMAT here. I'm gonna look to use 60 or so as my resistance, which isn't bad. I don't think I can slowly scale into it up to the VWAP. But I think I gotta.
APHA breaking out there.
Yeah, CGC squeezed me out.
Could get a pullback here.
There's 54s. 65, 66 is roughly my risk in these. So it's like I'm about break even at this point. Gonna see if it can break down here. I got in with another 1,000 shares. My main size is 2,000 now. In the grand scheme of things, it looks like I'm trading pretty crazy, but I think I'm trading with bigger sizing, but I like this fade. We'll see what happens here. At least I've gotten comfortable with bigger sizing. That's the big thing.
There you go, APHA. Nice little breakout for me. Nice collection of volume.
No, this is a competition account, Brendan. So we only have 4 days left, and so I'm kind of just going for it. I have to a certain extent. When I see a good setup, I have to take it with big sizing. And so, like I said, it may seem like I'm trading a little crazy with unnecessary sizing, but it's a competition account. So in the end, it's not a live account. So we get a bigger flush with AMAT here. I like AMAT. I'm in with 2,000 shares. We'll just see if we can get a bigger breakdown here.
Nice. I was actually looking at that VWAP rejection.
Yeah, it didn't look bad. I
Yeah,
got 2,000 shares. Biggest level is right here though at like 35 or so. I think that's where it's going to run into some support. We also got SQ here, which doesn't look bad either. It's pulling back to the VWAP. Let me take these moving averages off. I have to pull another chart up here for SQ. I like SQ here. That's the range, big range. So I'm going to take it with 300 shares. So watch these positions. There we go. Really, I gotta be careful with AMAT more than anything here because it's starting to push up. If it breaks this high, I gotta be pretty careful. But yeah, AMAT could get some momentum here. That's what probably the biggest one I have to watch now. There's 52s.
Quick little short here on AMRN. Seeing Soli come back there.
Yeah, AMAT admits squeezing me up a little bit here. Trying to give it that time, but here we go. Yeah, I should have taken big sizing with SQ. Look at that SQ fade, man. That was a perfect fade for SQ. Beautiful.
Took a little scalp there.
Yeah, I got 300 shares on SQ, so it's tiny little position, but I'll take it. Sell and then add back for SQ. See, AMAT looks good for a minute, and then it just squeezes up big. That's the only problem with it, is that it's maintaining that range. Doesn't look terrible, but it's just gotta break down into that 39.40 levels where it's built up a lot of support. If we could do that. There's 45s. There we go. A little bit better. Go ahead and take 500 off of it. Yeah, one thing I've learned in this active trading session is that during this competition is that my accuracy is pretty spot on. It's just whenever I do lose, they're a little bit larger. And so, good accuracy, big losses is kind of how I've been trading, which isn't bad necessarily as long as you can maintain the right accuracy. But I'd obviously like for my gains to be larger.
Gains, boy.
Yeah, let's see if SQ can break these lows here. There we go. Let's get in there.
And see if AMRN can break here. Maybe a little bit more. A little bit more.
You in AMAT?
No, I'm in AMRN.
And AMRN.
I'm in a long and a short at the same time, John.
Uh-oh. That's never fun.
Here. I'm playing both ways.
What's up, two-way?
Might as well call me two-way.
Hey, man, don't stress it, brother. You'll bounce back, man.
Hey, that joke was for you, two-way. I'm out of AMRN. I had this feeling this thing's going to squeeze pretty big. I just took a little scalp trade there.
Don't stress it, man.
Oh, I took a little profit.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, you're fine then.
Yeah, I gave myself the chance for it to break, but I had that feeling. Daily chart doesn't support it. I'm not going to be as, let's say, stubborn about it.
Right.
Be stubborn about that kind of trade. If the dailies doesn't support it, you already got some profit. Lock it up.
Yep. I added a little bit of sizing back to SQ now that it bounced back to the VWAP. There we go. Nice little drop back. Let's see. And now on
being hard for me to judge if I should take profit or not is APHA. The range is usually so tight on this stock, but when it does get momentum, I've seen it break out for 50, 60 cents. So I'm trying not to cut it short, trying to let it get that momentum because there's a lot of share size in the 58 and 59s. Let's just see if it can get above that.
On which one?
APHA.
Okay.
Been long since 53s. Got a not the best though. I hit it when it was at 51. The breakout, the flag play.
Yeah.
Easy flag play.
Oh wait. Hold on. I think. Hold on one second.
And yesterday I made a great move.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, AMAT. I mean, I think I gotta keep my 60 risk level for AMAT here. It's confirmed that level once, makes my trade much easier now.
And one of the best VWAP bounces I've seen in a while. Momo.
Momo. Alright, so AMAT's squeezing up here. It's up to 55. Like I said, I gotta be pretty tight with this one. I don't want to get caught in a monster squeeze here. Hopefully we get a confirmation, but if this squeezes, it can squeeze quick. Got another little rejection there. Hopefully that level holds. You see the confirmation now? Now it makes it super easy. If it breaks that level, I just got to get out. At least I was able to take some profits here. This is where right at 58. Alright, I got out. It squeezed me out, which is fine. Down only 350 on the day. I'm surprised it's not more than that. But yeah, the next trade I get into, I just gotta wait for that good setup, and we'll see if we get one. With SQ, I don't hate this one either. It's back up to that level, and so I can short another 150 shares. But yeah, AMAT.
Looking good for me. I'm gonna keep holding it, guys.
SPY squeezing up big is what's going on, I think, here too. Now, if we do get a bullish move, I'll look at like CGC for a VWAP bounce, you know, see if we could take advantage of something like that.
Starter here in ARRY. Look at that one. That one has potential, John. ARRY.
Yeah, that one. I like that one.
I like how it's super extended on the daily. Already broke down once to the 20s.
I'm looking at Cron for a VWAP bounce if it could pull back to the VWAP. VWAP's like right around 14, so the whole dollar, you got some pretty tight risk underneath it. ZYNE VWAP bounce. Let's check it out. Yeah, kind of looks like one. All right,
Appreciate you back to my number here.
I'm gonna put my second window up here, guys, so I can trade Kron if it gets up there or not. I'm gonna start adding a little bit to Kron here.
ARRY.
Um,
If it comes back down to 340s, I'm gonna add into it.
yeah, I took another 150 off of SQ here. I'll add back if it keeps going. Keeps going back to the VWAP. I'll keep adding to it here. With Kron, I'm in with 1,000 shares. Um, maybe you'll be able to add a little bit more.
All right. Taking a shot here in ARRY. I hit my ad there in APHA, the VWAP bounce.
Yeah, I like. I don't think ARRY looks bad there. Right, I'm gonna add another 1,000 to Kron here. Full sizing is 2,000 shares.
All right. I'll look to take 1,000 shares off as ARRY breaks through the 30s. Cancel the order for right now. Just give it a second here to break.
All right, so I'm in with 3,000 shares of CRON. Looking for that VWAP bounce. Risk is right around 87 or so. Gonna take some profits quick if CRON does bounce here. See what I'm at. I'm only down 400 in my account, so I still got some decent room here. It's just about what I want to do with SQ here. I could add sizing back like I've been doing.
All right. There we go. Nice little move there. Covered $82 there.
Yeah, it looks good on Airy. It looked good, man. It looked good for the short setup. I like how the intraday chart looked, especially as well.
Yep. That's why I always have an intraday chart right below me. Let's see if we can crack this next support.
All right, so we'll see if Kron can bounce here. That's the goal. See if Kron can make this nice bounce. It's definitely looking a little bit better, but we need a little bit bigger of a bounce here is what we're looking for. With that, SQ's looking good though. Just gonna let
Yeah,
that work.
HA is not too bad either. Gotta be careful here with ARRY. I already took some money, so I'm gonna become a loser, but it's definitely showing signs of squeezing through this 44 here.
Yeah, I gotta be careful with Kron. Kron's looking weaker and weaker as time goes on. Sucks. I really liked it. Good risk reward for the VWAP bounce, but it's getting too close for comfort here.
Yeah, same thing for me.
It's still not bad. I mean, it's at 1403, 1402, but getting weaker. SQ is the home run one. That's the one I should have taken. That thing's washing out huge. There's bounce on Kron. Maybe it's just a fake out.
Disappointed there, man. Got stopped out in ARRY. Ah, that one's a little upsetting. I was up close to $300 there. Didn't secure it. Set your profits, hit your targets. I didn't hit them.
You didn't take any profits?
I took some, but when it came back right now, it stopped me out.
Yeah, it happens, man. Don't stress it.
For sure.
Better to be stopped out with a small loss than a big loss. So don't stress
It's
it.
just disappointing. Should be up $200 on that move.
And I'm trying to give Kron the time here. There we go. It's a little bit better. Up to sevens, but we need a bigger push here. There we go. I'm going to take half off of Kron there. Oh, no, I added to it. Oh, no. Great.
Hold on to the high day.
Oh my gosh, I just butchered this trade, man. I took 3,000 shares off instead of 1,000. Oh my gosh, man. Dumb mistake. Just dumb on my end. Just mismanaged it. It worked too. It was a beautiful setup. Followed through well. Oh man, I bought 4,000 shares, or I was in full with 4,000 shares on accident, and then instead of taking off 1,000 to get back to 3,000 like I wanted it, I took off 3,000 and left myself with 1,000. So just fail on my end. Ugh. I'm gonna get to go ahead and get out of SQ there. Back that profit. Really break even day so far though. Zion doesn't look like a bad little VWAP bounce. Yeah, I mean, I made about $100 on this trade or so, but SPY's super choppy today too. IQ.
RRY.
Yeah, man. I mean, that it just went right up to the VWAP. My VWAP's at 44 though. It might be a different spot.
Yeah, it ticked me out at 46. It just did 1 cent fake out. That's gonna annoy me because that stock looks like it's just gonna tumble. And I was just opened up pretty big in it and was down this level and up probably about $150, $170 with the rest of the shares. Definitely upsetting. Definitely mismanaged that.
Well, I don't think you can mismanage it more than I did with Kron, so I think we both messed up today.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Yeah, if anybody's interested in using the same broker that Mitch and I are using, though, go check out TradeNet. I know the sale is done, but you can still get their base package for $3.99, which is ridiculously cheap. That comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with, so you get to trade with 14K for only $3.99. And there's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want, and anything that's tradable is shortable. And I think people really underestimate how big of an edge that is in the market. You know, when you can short Uber and Lyft on IPO day, you have a bigger advantage than everyone else in the market because those are going to be hard to borrow or they're just restricted on IPO day. And so with TradeNet, you can actually short those on IPO day. Another benefit is that I don't think there's anywhere else in the trading world that new traders can experience shorting for so cheap. You know, you can actually short on TradeNet for $3.99, which you can't get anywhere else in the trading world. You know, there's no PDT rule. You get a decent amount of buying power, and new traders actually have the ability to short, which again is pretty rare in the trading world. And I think it makes sense, and it allows new traders to experience shorting because with a conventional broker, you know, you're going to have a margin account to short, and you're going to have, you know, it's going to be really tough. But with TradeNet, you can short, you can trade with no PDT rule, you can trade with big sizing, and you get a decent amount for only $3.99. It's a really cheap price relative to everything else in the trading world, and for new traders specifically, I think it makes a ton of sense. And so if you're interested in checking them out, there's the link. Now I could jump in SQ here again. That's kind of what I've been doing. But I mean, it's already faded 2 or 3 times, and it's starting to look strong. So maybe not right now for that one.
Yeah. AMRN's another one that I got stopped out early. Stopped myself out for no reason. Should still be in that trade. I had a 1769 entry. Would have been a great trade. Netron, you're on a good one. But the only problem was I was thinking it was going to reverse, let my psychology get to me instead of letting it help me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try another one of these with SQ here. Very tight risk. I like it because I can use this 33 level as my risk, so my risk is like 15 cents, and so I'll take that. I don't mind that. We'll see if it works. If not, I can jump out. See if we get that quick flush like we did last time.
CY with a breakout today.
Hey, that's good, Chris. Hey, take that, man. $100, 100 shares is great, man. With a $27 gain, that's definitely reasonable, bro. So
That's how
nice
you
work.
do it. That's
Yeah,
how you start learning the consistency. It's about cents gain,
right.
not realized profit.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter how much you make. It's about if you got any good trades or not.
Exactly. That's all it is.
Yep.
You worry about that, you'll make some money. Things looking strong. In
Yeah,
the
market's squeezing up.
yeah, the
Might be
market
time to.
failed, reverse that bullish pattern there.
Yeah, I got out of. Oh my gosh, I went long. Man, I'm making some mistakes today, guys. I immediately just wasted $40. I went long in SQ. I double clicked is what happened, and
Ooh, the double,
yeah, man. I mean, I'll let it.
double.
Yeah, dumb mistake. Just wasted. Might as well just throw away a $100 bill or a $50 bill. I'm gonna get out. I didn't want to take that trade. It's not a trade I really wanted, and that was just a stupid mistake on my part. Just double clicked. Bum bum bum.
Bum bum
Yeah,
bum.
man.
Bum 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 bum.
The dreaded double click.
Bum 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 bum.
I don't hate Kron here.
Not gonna lie, I'm putting some eggs in the marijuana basket. So hanging on to APHA. Hanging on, hanging on. There's the squeeze on ARRY.
Now the question I gotta ask myself here is: do I want to add to Kron? It's down to 14. It's looking weak. Do I want to hang on to it? I don't think I probably should. I can let it go to my risk level, and that's fine. But I don't know about adding to it here. It would, of course, it would give me a better entry, but I'm only down 500 for the day, so very small competition-wise.
ARRY back there. Let's see what's going on with that one. What you trying to do here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and add to this one. Um, Maintaining that previous 1393 is my risk. And like I said, guys, if you're watching me and you're like, man, John's down a ton, it's like, yeah, it's just a competition account, though. I just have to, I kind of got to take my swings here. And so when I see good setups, I kind of have to go for it to a certain extent. And if they don't work out, they don't work out. That's okay. But I got to take my swing. I would at least try to take my shot and lose than just waste, my competition account and not even try. So got to do what I got to do here. We'll see if it works out. But it's fun regardless. Teaches me a lot about my trading in general, and so I think there's a lot of great benefits to it. Honestly, though, it's a pretty choppy day.
For the semis, so maybe look for AMD or AMAT. They're not like symmetrical or anything. It's just ripping up. Fade. Do I dare? Oh, AMRN with a nasty breakdown.
Yeah, look at that one. I see that one.
And also ARRY coming right back down to the support there. You could have faded that one 2-3 times in the last couple of minutes.
Baby, come back. Kron. Come back to me. Come back, Kron. Let's rebound here. You can do it.
You want to know the craziest stock I'm looking at right now? I'm looking at Chipotle. And it's just insane.
What's the symbol for that one?
CMG. Like I want to reject this, but
I've seen it a bunch.
It's just like so hard to judge the share size.
All right, we really want to see a bounce here for CRON. There we go. And we need it to hold that bounce.
Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. If we can get back above VWAP on APHA, I'm going to hit the big boy ad. If you get below, to these 48s, that stops that.
IQ. I mean, if IQ gets back up there, I'll consider shorting that one too. I know somebody was talking about that one today, bringing up IQ. Uh-oh. Alright, well, my entry for Kron is roughly 1407. Alright, there's a little bit better. There's 06.
This is one of those trades that I'm just here like, oh my darling, oh my darling.
Yeah, this is one that I need the Jeopardy music to play.
Yeah, where's my nap?
Yeah.
I need to take a nap for this.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Also keeping an eye on this EMPH. Really big support there at 1598. Holding right now. Let's see what happens to it. Which direction do they want to pick?
All right, I'm looking at IQ now. I really like it because I can set that 70 level as my risk. See what the range is like. Pretty big range, but I could still probably take at least 500-600 shares. 700 shares short. Lift fade. Ooh, yeah, look at Lift, man. Hey, I might consider Lift. Lift's got a huge range, too. I would have to bail out of this trade on IQ, but I like Lift much better than IQ. And the range's huge. Alright. Watch me get out of this one and it work. Yeah, I can get out of this one, break even. I gotta take Lift. Huge range. That's what I can take my swing with. Let's try with 300 shares, see what that gives me. Maybe I was wrong to get out of IQ. Lift just got a bigger range, and so its in turn has more potential. We'll see. I still think I need actually a little bit bigger size here. Yeah, I need bigger size with Lift. Thousand shares should do it. No, I mean I'm long in some. Mostly I'm long in Cron. Um, Maybe getting out of IQ is the right move. I'm long in Cron. I'm short in Lift. So yeah, I mean I do a little bit of both. Right now I'm part of a competition right now, Matt, and so in turn I'm trying to make as much as I can as fast as I can. So I'm trading much more risky than I typically trade. I don't usually trade this crazy. But again, I'm in a competition and I kind of have to just go for it at this point. You know, like that's kind of the goal is that I just kind of got to go for it. And whatever happens, happens. You know, Should be fun.
Missing EMPH, wanted to get in there at 1602, but it immediately went to 1606. I thought that was too high of a bounce for me to jump in there, so I'm on the wait, seeing if I can get this pullback. APHA looking great, man.
Right, Matt. Yeah, for sure. Trying to win the competition. If I do, great. If not, it is what it is. What'd you say, Mitch? What are you still in APHA? How's that going, man?
I'm hanging out. It's looking like it's trying to be my bounce. It has to get really above this 56 to really start getting that momentum. But I'll hang out.
Yeah, man.
Look at the VWAP bounce on Momo. That was a monster. That's as good as it gets. Might have to do a class on that one just because it was that pretty.
Here we go. There's lift. Momo. Yeah, man. That one was perfect.
EMPH getting strength. Looking back at my stock that I traded earlier called Maxar.
Lift. I like lift here, but I'd have to use that 25 level as my risk. Right there. Don't mind it here, though. I like the whole dollar above as well. Alright, there's Kron looking better.
Yep.
Doesn't want to hold, though. Kron. Why are you doing this to me? Don't worry, though. Lift. My boy Lift is going to help me out here.
You're going to get a lift from Lift?
No, I want to get a... I don't want Lift to lift. Lift should not lift. I don't want it to lift.
You want Lift to break down. That's what you want.
Yeah, man. I want Lift to fail.
Lift
it's not
to
profitable.
Get a flat tire.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, where's that flat tire, man?
Hey, I mean, I'm still okay.
The Max are looking to add at 670s. If it moves to 670, I'm going to look out here.
There we go. Lift. My boy Lift's doing things.
Seeing strength in Max R.
See if we get this flush for Lift. I like Lift here, though. I really do. I think it looks good for a fade. Just got to get under that $50. Yeah, well, if Lift was upgraded, I mean, it crashed all morning. So whatever the upgrade was, it didn't influence it too much, at least already today. We could see if it rebounds, but it's just good risk reward regardless. Like in this case, even if it goes against me, I mean, my risk is this much and my reward is that much. So just big risk or big reward, small risk in the trade. So not bad either way. I mean, how long would you hold it if it trades sideways the whole day? Probably until it breaks my risk. I mean, I'm not gonna hold it overnight for sure. It just depends on when it breaks my risk. That's kind of the big level to look for. If it can break my risk, great, and or if it hits my risk, I can get out. And if not, I'll hold it until the end of the day. Really, I mean, until it really hits my risk or reward level. I'll set a stop and walk away if I need to, just to hold it because a lot of times these take a while. All right, I'm gonna take a. Oh my gosh, I added to it again. I added 2,000 shares this time.
I'm having fun over here.
Oh man, dude. All right, I'm gonna sell 2,000 shares this time and hold the last 2,000 shares. At least I banked some profits, but man, just messing up here.
Take it easy.
Yeah, I mean I'm all right. It's just man, I'm so used to shorting that I to cover longs, I click buy.
Considering buying that pullback on the MPH, but it's not big enough.
Cron got a nice little spike up here. We'll see if it can start moving up to that high of the day. That's the goal. I like how Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I've been in Cron for an hour now or so. And it's working.
We have the same trade. APHA, ACV, Cron.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Swinger. Yeah, I go live every day. I trade live every day. Live on stream. All right, here goes Lyft. I'm going to let Lyft work here. Take 300 off Lyft at this point. Still holding 700. Just banked a little bit of profits in the account for Lyft. Gonna let the rest work. See if we get that big breakdown for it. You know, like down to 58, maybe lower if it can. That's what we're really looking for, ideally. Yeah. As I said, Lyft had that big range. That's why I wanted to attack it more than There we go. That's why I wanted to attack it a little bit more than IQ, just because the range is bigger. I can take smaller sizing, less commissions, and make more. Go ahead and take another 250 off. Get a little bit more money in the bank here. Gonna let it go here. See how deep it can get, but happy with the trade so far. There's 20s. Go ahead and take another 150 off here. Holding 300 now. See if we get that big break. Really, ideally, we want to see it break under 58, and I'm down to let it try. Cron, I might just exit Cron. This one's been stopping me out left and right, so I might just get out of this one and be done. Got out of Cron, basically break even. I think I lost like 24 bucks on it, and I'm still green on it because I took some profits already. It's just moving too much and it's just not moving enough. There we go. No, I go long sometimes as well. Looks like getting out of Cron was the right move. I'd be down pretty big in that one if I didn't.
I'm trying to hold break even on the rest for APHA. If I get that 10-cent move up to the high of day, I'm going to make $300 for the day. I'm going to give myself an ability at least to maybe get there. Looking at ARRY here, seeing if it's going to completely break down here or just get on out. Got the starter there. ARRY.
All right, here's a really nice breakdown under. Sorry, Mitch. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Starter there. ARRY.
Took half of my last little position off there for lift, but beautiful fade. I mean, that's kind of what I was seeing with it, and that's why shout out to whoever gave me that alert for lift. But yeah, perfect fade, exactly what we look for with VWAP fades. And now the next step is just to see if it breaks under this 58 level, but I've scaled out enough. That's how you get yourself out of a hole, guys, is you stick to your strategies and yeah. Officially green on the day, even though tiny amount. Let's see if we can get that big break under 58. Which one are you in, Mitch?
ARRY.
But yeah, I'm gonna start looking at these ride sharing apps. I'm inherently short biased. I even wrote an article on shorting some of these, but yeah, we'll see. I mean, beautiful fade there. Shout out Ivan, man. Ivan called out lift twice. Appreciate that, brother. You helped me out today, man. Beautiful fade. I haven't really looked at many fades for these, but perfect fade.
Saw sizing getting with me at 45s and 42s, so I'm holding right now in ARRY. And give myself an ability, a chance to let it break down completely here.
Yeah, for sure. You probably got some room there, I think.
Yeah, whenever you see sizing like this, on 42s and 47s, agreeing to the trade there, you got sizing behind you, you got some confidence behind you. I have a stop out right now. Might get stopped out. See what happens here for APHA.
I'm going to go ahead and get out of this here for lift. I don't think... My goal is just to add and see, look, right before I did that, it spikes up. Or right after I did that, it spikes up. But I just don't know if it's going to have that room to break the low of the day. And I will consider adding back to it if it does push up here. That's kind of what I'm looking at right now. But right now, lift area looks good. ARRY. I mean, the VWAP's not at, the VWAP's at like 42 or 43. What's your risk?
On what?
On ARRY?
ARRY. Risk is 51.
Okay, yeah, I like that one. That's a good risk.
Yeah, I got in at 44s. This one has me wanting to completely have the bottom drop out. So I'm going to let the bottom try to drop out here. So I get back into this trade. I'm trying to let it give me that nice big win for the day so I can end the day. Sometimes it's going to be better to do that. cannabis play, man, making me go crazy today.
Dude, I think I got out of lift too early. I only had 150 shares left, and I scaled out of 1,000 shares, so I think I did it okay. But definitely missed a little bit more of a washout here. Only missed about a few bucks though for what little sizing I was in. I'll just look for it to bounce back. But yeah, cannabis plays. I can't talk. I couldn't do right with cannabis today. Let me see what I made my money on. Yeah, I made my money today on AMD, a little bit on Cron, Lyft, and SQ. Losing trade, biggest losing trade was on CGC, and so those are no bueno for me today, man. Cron is just bouncing off the VWAP over and over again, so it's just it never. I ended it profitable, but kind of boring.
Just kind of. Yeah, I'm feeling I'm gonna get stopped out in 2 seconds here. Okay, Jeff.
I'm not in anything here. I could throw Mitch up. You may throw you up, Mitch. I mean, I'm still kind of looking here.
Just up and down. You got like 38 up, 50 down, 38 up. One trade, I'm up about $60 right now.
Right. And you can see Tef's platform here. I mean, it's a decent platform for pretty cheap. Like I said, this is Tef's that Mitch is using, and this is actually a live account. And one of the ways we can do this is because on Tef's, you can anything that's tradable is shortable. And you can see here, Mitch can take pretty small sizing, and take this time to learn how to trade, and commissions are pretty cheap. So with the intro account, their base package, it's $3.99. And it comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with. So you can trade with 14K. There's also no PDT rule, and you can day trade, like I said, so you can day trade as much as you want. And anything that's tradable is shortable. The platform's also really decent. It's only $15 a month, and that's taken out of your equity, your 14K for the intro account. And you can see here, it's a super customizable dynamic platform. Allows you to do a lot of different stuff. Definitely sufficient for a trader, and I've really enjoyed using it as well. And so if you want to check out Tef's and TradeNet, which is the same broker that Mitch and I use, I'll go ahead and post this link here. And yeah, also a great way to help support the channel. But yeah, I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you, can you get that much buying power, actually be able to short, and have no PDT rule with a great platform like this for that cheap. $3.99. Your max loss on this is 700. So you're getting, you're being able to lose 700 with only $3.99. And so you're almost getting 2 times what you're actually paying for it in order to be able to lose. And so it makes a ton of sense. There's the link in the chat if you're interested in checking that out. IOVA with that fade again, man. And with lift, I could consider adding back my shares if it bounces back to the VWAP at 58.70, but we'll see. Still a little early to tell that.
All right, hit my ad there, guys. Gonna take my shot here for the day. All right, got to be careful here, guys. 51 gets me out here. Might get squeezed out here. It's funny. I made what was it? 400 yesterday on ARRY. 600 on the name. Now it's on the long side. Now I'm trying to get it back on this pullback.
Every day's a new day, brother. Don't stress it. I mean, you're still all right. It could get rejected right where it just depends on. It has all that resistance right there, like right where it's at now, and so it could get rejected there.
I'll still be green for the week, so I'm not really worried about it. All you can do is just take your trades.
Right.
This is my shot for the day. Let's see what happens here.
There you go.
Once they get below VWAP, I'll show confirmation that we're gonna start putting pressure on the Bears, on the Bulls. Just gotta relax. And this is why we stick to our wrist measurements, because all this in between is all nothing but emotion time.
Yeah.
You can either go on a roller coaster with your emotions, or you can just trade systematically.
Yeah.
You decide. You'll see it over time and time. You trade systematically, you get consistent results, and you stay in trades. There's certain trades that go right to your risk, and the next thing you know, you make green.
Yeah, man.
There's trades that you learn to cut because they really go against your trade.
Yeah, that happened.
Your account.
That happened to be yesterday on my first trade. It went exactly up to my risk level, like literally to the very cent up to my risk level, and then got rejected, came back down, and turned into a huge $500 gain. And so it happens for sure. That's why if you're good enough at setting risk levels, like you'll be okay, and you understand where those levels are, and of course you need to be ready to exit, but you understand that that level is a level for a reason, and so even if it gets close to it, it doesn't necessarily mean you're out.
There's 50 and 13,000 shares going through, so you gotta really be careful here. Oof, it clicked. I'm out. It clicked above 51. Should have waited for the confirmation of 51 to show up on the time and sales. It didn't show up there. I kind of clicked out, and we might even get a fake out there. But hey, guys, I
Don't
could
stress
feel
it.
it. I'm a little tired. I only got like 5 hours of sleep the last 2 nights. Just not feeling it today. Gonna call it a day.
Yeah, don't stress it, brother.
I'll be
All right,
back
guys.
tomorrow.
Yeah, man. We'll see you all tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button. Mitch and I do this live every weekday, win or lose. And so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. For me today, I am up something very small. I am up $28, so I'll take it. Green is good. Don't even look at Airy, bro. Don't even look at it.
Oh, I see. I got stopped out by 1 cent.
Yeah.
That's
But,
why we talk about looking for confirmation. That 13,000 shares up there could have really been a short and right back down to the 40s. But that's
yeah,
going to
don't
be
stress
it.
it. Later, guys. Have a good day. We'll see you all a little bit later. And, yeah, good luck in the markets, guys. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, Mitch and I do this live every weekday. If you're interested in checking out the same broker and platform that we use, ridiculous advantage for new traders. Like I said, I don't think there's anywhere else in the trading world that new traders can have such a small initial investment and trade for that cheap. And so with TradeNet $3.99, you get 14,000 in buying power. No PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. You can short stocks. You can short anything that's tradable, and you can do a lot of other cool stuff. It also comes with a trading course and access to a trading chat room. And so that's above where it says to get the intro package for only $3.99. Check out that. Great way to help support the channel as well. So yeah, good luck in the markets, guys. We'll see you all a little bit later. Yeah, have a good day.